Hello, everyone, and welcome to the visual portion of the finance podcast, Pocket Change. So, if you've seen the last two videos that I've uploaded, it's just kind of an introduction about how this all works, and then a bio of who I am. So, today is a Sunday segment. So, typically, the audio portion of the podcast is going about either a finance topic or how the markets did in a particular day. But today is a Sunday segment, so it will be all about a finance topic. I try to do these often enough, and the audio side of Pocket Change will be different than the video portion. So, with that being said, today, as you can read in the title, is all about why Bitcoin sucks. It's a horrible investment. You should never invest in it, especially if you're young. It really does nothing for you, and there's nothing to gain. It's a horrible investment. Bitcoin is a scam. It really is. And if you feel differently, feel free to comment about it or dislike this video. But it is just an awful thing that you should put no money towards whatsoever, ever. And anyone that tells you differently, all your friends that are like Bitcoin traders and Bitcoin, experts, they really are. They're probably not doing that great if they've really invested anything in it after like 2017. I remember being in a college class and some kids were talking about like this thing called Bitcoin. It was mentioned a little bit by like people in the class, younger people, and the professor, of course, had no idea what it was. Had never heard of it. This is back in 2013 when I first heard about what Bitcoin was. And at the time, it was trading for like $35. Like $35 a coin was pretty much like the going market rate of a coin. So if you got in at like $35, great, good for you. I'm sure that, you're still investing in it, and I'm sure it's not doing that great for you now. But good luck to you. If you've invested like after 2017, like even for like the small little fractions of coins that have been offered, then I feel really bad for you. And you're probably not doing that great, and you're probably ripping your hair out if you haven't already, if you have any hair left. But yeah, I can't say enough bad things about Bitcoin. If you're young, you should not be investing in it. It holds no value. You buy a Bitcoin, but there's nothing backing it. There's nothing to say, this is actually worth the price that you paid for it. It's a market that is not traceable, and that's because of blockchain, and that's supposed to be the way that it is, but that's a very dangerous thing when you're putting money into it and money towards it. I really, that just doesn't sound good. When you put your money in a bank, in a savings account, you know where it is, and you know who's accountable for it. You know who's holding it. You know who's watching it. You know who's contributing money to it every month based on the interest payments that you get. But with Bitcoin, there's nothing. You have no idea who actually has it, who actually has your money, if it has been invested in coins, and if it is growing at a rate that it should be growing at. There's nothing guaranteed. One of the biggest drawbacks of Bitcoin is, if you've noticed recently, or some point recently in the news, someone invested and they literally lost all of their money because it was stolen. The coins, I think the person tried to cash out whatever little investment that they had in it, little profit that they'd made, because it had gone down. And when he went to withdraw, there was nothing to withdraw. There was nothing to take out. That's because the coin or the broker, investor, whoever, I don't know how that works with Bitcoin, whoever he had given his money to and then had held it in coins, didn't exactly exist, and there was no trace of how to recoup the money and get the money back. There's with blockchain, it's all through like an anonymous ledger. So even though everything's kept like secret and it's kind of is kept track in a different way than like a normal, like, you know, here's a wire, the wire came from here, it's going here. With blockchain, it's like different links in a chain, and you can't really tell where sometimes the original point is or what happened throughout the chain. So it can be really hard to keep track of and recoup any money if you put it in and lose it and try to get it back. Bitcoin was started by someone in Japan who is still to this day, his name, he has not been found. No one can find him, the founder of Bitcoin. He's completely anonymous, and the name that people know, which people found out through a message board because he had been replying to people about what this blockchain Bitcoin thing was, it might not even be his real name, and people are very skeptical. So what does that get you? What does that get you if you give your money to someone in the hopes of getting it back, and yet you don't even know their real name? That's a scam. That's the definition of a scam. You know, you can send money to a Nigerian prince because he has locked your computer and you're not going to be able to get in, or he has stolen your identity. Just give him $500 and it'll all go away. That's a scam. So Bitcoin really is, it's not much of an investment, and I feel really bad if you've put any money into it just because of everything I just said. So that's pretty much it. Leave a comment if you disagree with me. And again, this is a Sunday segment, so if you'd like to listen to the audio portion of this podcast that's on YouTube, please go to Pocket Change. That can be found on Spotify, Apple, Google Podcasts. It's a finance podcast. And you can also find the Twitter handle at FinancePodcast1 on Twitter. And yeah, see you guys soon.